All right. Aloha Nui Patriots. It's Sherry Ray with updates for today. And guess what? TGIF. And guess what else? It's Aloha Friday. It's Aloha Friday. No work till Monday. Aloha Friday. Whoop whoop. So excited, so excited. Houston Rodeo's going on. So, kind of cloudy, wind blowing in Texas today. Not as pretty as it was yesterday, but I know we need rain, so I'm not going to complain, okay? Hope everybody's having a great day today. Going by fast, so I need to get my stuff done. All right, I guarantee you, Charlie bar the door. I would get them out of there no matter what. No doubt. All right, so we're going to get started. Here we go. This is December 2016. Lindsey Graham and No Name were visiting Ukrainian troops. They were planning on attacking Russia with the U.S. Your fight is our fight. 2017 will be the year of offense. Trump got in the way of that. Putin knows exactly what he's doing and who he's dealing with. Absolutely. They're taking down the deep state in Ukraine. All right. And McCain was dealt with. He was taken and dealt with. And Lindsey Graham will be too. He is not a good guy. Even though he's all waha and tells you what you want to hear, he's not a good guy. All right. Does Putin have a double? Sources have told me that the original Putin was evil and he was arrested and dealt with. This is Putin number 2. We don't know where he came from. Double, clone, we don't know. But he is a white hat. So that's what we're dealing with here. He's with the alliance. Putin number 2. Door number 2. So that's what we're dealing with, people. So he's a good guy. I hear all these people, because they're listening to mainstream media, you can't listen to them, they're lying to you. Every time their mouth is moving, they're lying to you, including Fox. So you can't believe it, you know. The only ones out there that are struggling to get tidbits of information and have sources that give us truth and information, that's the only ones that are out there trying to tell people the truth. The reason I do this is because God put it on my heart to tell His people the truth. That was the truth about His Word and the truth about what's going on in the world today. And that's what I do. So all you trolls and Debbie Downers, and keep stepping. Because God is in control. All right, here we go. All right, Putin threatens to release satellite evidence of 9/11. Now, those of you in the know will know that 9/11 was not foreign, evil Iraq attacking us. And it was not airplanes. That was CGI. Bush ordered it, and so did all the deep state cabal, FBI, CIA. They're all in on it. They bombed those buildings because they were going to push through Nassau. And the information and the gold and all that was in all of the buildings that were attacked. And then they couldn't find it after the fact of all this happened. Do your research. You're not going to find it on Google. Got to go to DuckDuckGo. Deep dive, you'll find it. It's all there. So I want him to release it. Release it. Show it all. The world needs to see what really happened. The list of evidence includes conclusive satellite images. Let's see. I know I wrote it down. That's what I said, because they don't show up. They take our tax money and pay their salary, but they don't ever show up for work. I want to know who can take a job of $200,000, $300,000 or whatever they earn a year and never show up and work. None of the people I know. We all have to work. All right. So the Democrat absences in the 50-50 chamber. The measure passed Thursday, 48-47. The tide is turning, Patriots. All right. Here we go. CIA elaborate marriage to Ann Dunham, Lobos Sotero at the East-West Center while both were students at University of Hawaii and married in March 15, 1965. 6-year marriage. CIA gay transgender nanny, the start of the trans agenda. Alright, Obama exposed. The Obama Hawaiian official CIA narrative, 1971, moved back to Hawaii from Indonesia. Obama lived with grandparents, Madeline, yes, 79. Private prep school, the 5th or the 12th. His first book, entitled Dreams from My Father, speaks of Huanu. Gramps grabbed me by the arm. I don't know. This isn't a school, this is heaven. In the book Aloha Lady Blue, Punahou was the most exclusive private school in Hawaii. The perfect place for CIA to hide a student like Obama, who was evidently never enrolled in the school. His alleged attendance is conveniently subject to FOIA. Okay. The school may be a de facto extension of the U.S. military. Obama photos in Hawaii have been decimated by the CIA. Every photo of Obama appears to be photoshopped, despite going to private state-of-the-art school. A handful of photos documenting playing basketball at high school for 4 years. No box scores documenting his play. Yeah. Alright. Alright, let's see. Clicked on the wrong one. Here we go. Obama, Hawaiian. This is stepdad, but that's not a grandmother, Ava or Greta. I'm just glad he's gone. Obama CIA birther Hussein, Oahu, Obama, Dunham. Hidden in plain sight. You see what you see. And then Barry Soetoro, aka Barack Obama. Barack Hussein Obama II was groomed by the CIA at the behest of the Roman Empire in Greenland to become the first dictator of America. Barry Soetoro, employing the Roman alphabet. Roman god of the capital while Obama resides in Washington. He's gone. He was arrested. He was dealt with. Designed to foreshadow the nuclear bombing of America, which will ultimately elevate Obama to dictator. No, he's gone. Thank goodness. Obama is a CIA puppet creation of Roman Empire. Groomed to save the Roman Empire. Well, too late, because he's gone. From the arrival of the Messiah in the Apocalypse. 12/12/2012. He was tasked with overseeing the destruction of the world. Yeah, they've all been controlling the weather for a long, long time. Nuclear terror attacks, deep state. He's gone. Gone like a freight train. He gone. Alright. Ides of March. Durham report was going to drop. News creating cyber attacks blamed on Russia so that they could shut down the internet. Massive blackouts coming. I've told they've had blackouts in Iraq and Taiwan. Durham's going to bring them down. Game over for the deep state. The U.S.-Canadian White Hat Alliance military formed a North American alliance superpower. The Canadian incoming Prime Minister and other high officials have reached an agreement with the U.S. White Hats called the North American Alliance superpower that connects the U.S. closely to Canada. The superpower goals were to clean and restore America from corruption and division, raise third world countries into stable economic regions, relieve poor countries of debts, and bring them into the North American Superalliance with Nassar Jassar. There were plans to build in Idaho a new White House. No. And establish a central government sector. I've never heard my sources don't tell me Idaho. I'll put it that way. So, I don't know. My sources do not tell me the White House will be in Idaho. Alright, Pentagon has built U.S. weapon labs all around Ukraine. That is correct. The U.S. Embassy in Ukraine has just deleted from its website all documents. Yes, the Pentagon-funded laboratories, biolaboratories. Official U.S. defense documents show evidence that the U.S. labs in Ukraine, that's what they're taking down. That's what Putin, the white hat Putin, is doing right now. They're working together, the Russian military and Ukraine. They're working against the deep state, the rogue, corrupt CIA, and the Nazi militia that the CIA trained. They're the ones, the Nazi militia are the ones attacking civilians in the cities and towns and using them as human shields. There was also one, and I'm not going to share that video, and I never will, about them burning a guy on the cross. My sources tell me that was the Nazi militia. And they've also dressed up as Russians, saying they were the Russian military to blame it on Russia. It's not. It's the corrupt deep state and what's left of them. Alright, a list of countries that have refused to associate sanctions with Russia. Moscow, Brazil, India, China, South Africa, these countries. Belarus, Kazakhstan, Takistan, Armenia, have abandoned anti-Russian restrictions. Yeah, because the ones that are in with Nassar Jassar know what they're doing and what's going down. Latin America, Mexico, Argentina, Venezuela, Guatemala, Colombia, Cuba, Nicaragua, Chile, Middle East, Syria, Egypt, Turkey, Iran, Iraq, the Balkans, Serbia, Bosnia, and Hungary. The 1871 Act of England would be defunct. Yes, we're going back to in the finalization of the bankruptcy of the Empire City of London, Vatican, D.C. Yes. Putin has announced Russia's independence from the Rothschild-controlled dollar world, which was the ruble would be gold-backed on the international market. We talked about that yesterday. Currently, the family were being prosecuted in Delaware court for over 50 felonies. This is the biggest cover-up happening in the U.S. right now. News outlets were banned from reporting it. The blackout of the trial was beginning to leak. Hunter Biden's ex is testifying against the family. Yes, I shared some of that in the group. Stolen from Ukraine and illegal investments through brother, correct, and son were few of the charges they faced. There was illegal dealings and stolen money through the U.S. Veterans Program connected to Hunter Biden that was being exposed. Evidently, hundreds of billions meant for Native American programs was stolen. That is correct. And I shared that video where Biden was telling them, you're not going to get your $1 billion or however 11 billion. I don't remember how much it was. But in that video, he's telling them you're not going to get them unless you fire the prosecutor that was pursuing them, going to bring them down. And they said they weren't. And then he said, well, you're not going to get your money. I've shared that a couple of times on my videos. Just put it in DuckDuckGo. Alright. Isn't this awesome? Got allergies. This is the truckers. I think it's Indiana. Isn't that neat? Somebody took a picture of it with a drone, I guess. The trucks and the lights and the flag. Very neat. Pray for the truckers and the people standing up for our civil and constitutional rights. This bothers me. I've shared it and I'm going to share it again. They gave $86 million to illegals for a hotel room, but they give $0 to the homeless veterans. That bothers me big time. Our money should be going to our people. not be sitting off everywhere else and they're getting kickbacks of millions of dollars. Do your own research. Yes, people have to wake up. All right. This is neat, I think. USAF, United States Air Force, top secret nuclear powered flying triangle, the TR-3B. Isn't that neat? I want to see it fly. The Ninth Circuit Court sides with Texas AG Ken Paxton. They just shut down the Trump ban lawsuit from Twitter. Federal court dismissed the Twitter lawsuit against Texas AG Ken Paxton. See? Liberal left isn't getting away with all that stuff now. Maybe because a lot of them been arrested. Alright. Don't believe anything mainstream media is telling you, okay? Because it's all lies, everybody. And make your friends realize it. Okay. Mr. 𝐶𝐇𝐀𝐑𝐈𝐑𝐀𝐃, was sharing some information today with Mark Z. Putin, and we all know this, we've talked about that. Putin is cleaning up the rats, the deep state rats, the corrupt CIA, the Nazi militia that they trained. Fox is in on it, and all the rat corporations trying to kill off Putin. Now everybody's standing up saying they want Ukraine has to be finished. Can't give the deep state rats anything. That's why they've got to be arrested, shut down. The money laundering has to be stopped and brought down. And then everybody votes to hang them all. And they're saying that China has 3 times the gold that they have on the books. And then the codes go, once the codes are entered, which is Mr. C, then the gold-backed bullion is released to support all the currencies. It won't happen till Putin has taken over Ukraine. And he was saying when QFS takes over, it operates and protects our money in the system and it can't be stolen. And he says there won't be, the QFS will not be fully implemented in every bank until the fiat system is dead and gone. So that's what they're in the process of doing. All right. And he says a lot of banks that said they've been running in line with QFS for a year, he said they all go at one time. That's not possible. So that's why everything has to be in order before they do that. And Lindsey Graham is showing his true colors. He's a rat. And then they keep saying to be prepared for power outage, cyber attack. And he's saying don't be scared at all. I've been doing this for 32 years. And he said there's over 1,500 derivatives. One bank goes, they all go. No bank will go belly up until after the RV happens. Alright, now, and this is why we watch the money. Because we know when the money, everything's in line with the money, then it's all, that's Nasara Jasara. Gold is up, it was 1,090 earlier today. 1,976.75, up 33.65. Silver, up 25.80, up 53 cents. Platinum, up 1,134.60, up 38.10. Palladium, up 3,049.95, up 237.70, 9.2%. US dollar, up 98.49, up 77 cents. Bitcoin, down. When I looked, it was 40,094.60, down 2,302.90. It needs to go all the way down so we can RV. Oil was up 115.45. Remember what they say, 120 to 125? It's going to trigger a crash and RV. Brent crude was 117.54. And then sources were saying that Russia-Ukraine has closed airspace, impacted airlines, and disrupted transportation of air cargo. More cyber attacks are likely. Nasara Jasara. Of course, I'm not a big investor. I don't do any of that, but I would be scared to invest in banks right now. Alright. Russia-Ukraine. Putin forces have destroyed the biolabs in Ukraine. Zelensky refuses to surrender or supply the locations of the 19 Ukrainian and Western scientists who erected the labs and developed the genocidal weapons of mass destruction. So the word is, ouch, that they are hiding and protecting these 19 scientists. That they got the labs, but they got them out. Putin told Trump the scientists were pulled out ahead of time. Zelensky is sheltering and helping them, and Zelensky denies they exist. So from what I understand from my sources, they're saying that Zelensky was a black hat. He's supposed to be working with them. So I assume so they don't hang him or shoot him. And now sounds like he's not working with them, so he better wake up or just expect to go bye-bye. And Russia did not attack Ukraine's nuclear power plant. Putin says it was the Ukraine's military dressed in military uniforms. So, I'm wondering if this was the Nazi militia dressed in Russian uniforms, saying they were Russians and blaming it. Said that heroic Russian soldiers died, some by friendly fire, defending the plant. Mainstream media is lying about everything. I'll be glad when they take them down. I'm so sick of it. And then Putin has not talked to Macron. It's a lie. He said he doesn't talk to pigs. And Trump says, I hate that guy too. This is on Real Raw News if you want to look it up. Alright, NATO announces they will not fight for Ukraine on the ground or in the air. Rejects the no-fly video. NATO is supposed to be going down too, is what I'm told. Supreme Court reinstates death for Boston Marathon bomber. Yeah, I heard they were letting him go, so I'm glad they reinstated that. Under the Biden regime, U.S. imports 670,000 barrels a day from Russia. The Keystone Pipeline would have produced 830,000 barrels a day the first day. Biden approved the Russian pipeline to Germany a few months later. So America would be good, everybody would have jobs, and we would have tons of oil. But no, they shut it down and we're paying for 670,000 barrels a day from Russia. We're ready for this bad movie to be over. Alright, this is from Holly. Did we make progress this week? Yes. Waiting on German bonds, F&Ps, adjudicated D1 and 2. These need to happen before we see the RV. It can happen at any moment within an hours of each other. Keep the faith. And that's what Mr. C says, that when they show up at his house, he enters the codes within a few hours, immediately all derivatives go to zero. But then within a few hours of that, the EBS starts. EBS is controlled by the military. The dragons, Chinese dragons, control Nasara Jasara. Bruce, bondholders were told that they have their money in their accounts after the markets closed today, Friday evening, March 4th. Then he also said we will have full access to their account. They will have full access to their account monies Saturday, March 5th or Sunday the 6th. Tier 4B, us the internet group, would be notified to set appointments on Monday the 7th or Tuesday the 8th. Start exchanges on Tuesday. General public will start foreign currency exchange at the new international rates Monday, March 14th. Tentative. I'm getting text. All right. To do the QFS transfer, all world banks need to close for 3 days. They have between 3 and 5 days. By law, no longer than 5 days. It makes sense over the weekend. You will need cash as ATM machines will go down. So everybody make sure you got cash. Iraq has been blacked out since February 28th. There will be 9 countries still on the old SWIFT system and won't be on QFS until March 11th. HSBC is the lead bank for the world. Wells Fargo is the lead bank for the United States. Sunday night, March 6th, the work schedules go out to the workers at the 4,800 redemption centers. That's in the U.S. if you want to check that out. China, Taiwan, deep state targets will be taken out. Now, President Trump, given tidbits of info from his CPAC speech, said, and then he said after the Olympics, things will happen. And then also on the CPAC, he said, watch Taiwan, China and Taiwan. So the same thing's going to go on with China and Taiwan that's going on with Ukraine, Russia. They're going to be taking out all the deep state